We are working on question 3 of the project. So open up your Excel file and go back to the Data Spreadsheet tab. And we're going to be working on question 3, which is the group size question, where the customers were telling you how many people were in their group or party the last time they ate at the restaurant. So all of the responses here are numbers, and we're going to be asking Excel to do some calculations with those numbers. And the easiest way to do this is with the Data Analysis Tool Pack. If you go up to the top and click on Data, if you have the Data Analysis Tool Pack already installed on the computer that you're using, you will see up here on the right the words Data Analysis. If you don't see that, then you're going to have to install the Data Analysis Tool Pack. And the exact way you do that depends on what kind of a computer you're using, a Windows computer or a Mac. So there are separate videos and separate instructions for how to install that. And I've heard that on some computers, they won't let you install that. And in that case, we're going to have to find a workaround, another way of doing this, and I will record a separate video explaining how to do that. But if you have this Data Analysis Tool Pack, or if you can install it so that you do have it, that's the easiest way. So right now, I'm going to show you what to do when you have this Data Analysis Tool Pack installed. I'm just going to click on that, and a box pops up, and descriptive statistics should be selected. That's what we want, and so I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And now I'm going to check the box next to Summary Statistics, and I need to tell it where the numbers are to do the statistics on. So I'm going to click in cell D3 and then drag down through the rest of the responses to question 3. I may have to click here in the box that says Input Range. So I clicked in this box here, and now I'm going back and I'm clicking cell D3 and dragging down until I've selected all the rest of those entries in column D. Now I'm going to scroll back up here. Okay, where'd my box go? There it is. And I'm going to click on OK. Notice it says D3 through D77 in there in the input range box. So I'm going to click OK. And what happens is it opens a new page in your Excel file that looks like this. You won't have the exact same numbers as me, but it'll look pretty much like this. And I'm going to click up here between the A and the B and drag to the right so that I widen this first column enough so that I can see all the words. Notice there in row 7 it says standard deviation. I want to be able to see all of that. Now we don't really want all of these things, just some of them. So I'm going to go through and delete the ones that we don't want. So first I'm going to delete this empty row at the top by right-clicking the row number 2. And then go down and select delete. So that deleted that row. Now we're also going to delete the row that says standard error. We do want the mean, but we don't want the standard error, which is in row 3 right now. So I'm going to delete row 3. So put the cursor on the 3, right-click, and select delete. We do want the median, we do want the mode, We do want the standard deviation, but we don't want the sample variance. We want to get rid of the kurtosis row and the skewness and delete the range. Keep the minimum and maximum, but delete the row with the sum and the row for the count. Now notice the mean and the standard deviation both have all these digits after the decimal point. We don't want all those digits. We just want one digit after the decimal point. We want it rounded to the nearest tenth. So I'm going to click on that. Then I'm going to go up to the top, click on Home, and then here's the decrease decimal button. I'm going to click that enough times so that there's only one digit showing after the decimal point. It's been rounded down to 3.6. You might have a different number, but it should be just one digit showing after the decimal point. And I'm going to do the same thing to the standard deviation. Click on that and decrease the decimal to where there's only one digit after the decimal point. Now we're going to change the heading. So I'm going to click in cell A1 and drag across to A2, and I'm going to merge these two together. So while I've got them both selected, I'm going to go up here and click where it says Merge and Center. So now this is just one big cell. And I'm going to change it so that instead of saying column 1, it says group size. And I'm going to give it a background color. I can pick any color I want as long as it's a nice light color. And let's make this bold. Now I'm going to select everything else here. Select the whole table there and center everything. So click on the center button there. Might have to click it twice to get everything centered. Center it vertically. And we want all borders. So go down and select all borders. Now go down to the bottom here where it says sheet 1 and change that to group size. So notice the mean group size for me turned out to be 3.6 people. The median was 4, the mode was 2, standard deviation 1.4, the minimum was 1, and the maximum was 7. You probably won't have the exact same numbers as I got, but it should be something like that. So now we can just save and then submit your Excel file in Canvas under question 3. Remember, there's a separate video that shows you what to do if you couldn't get that data analysis tool pack installed. But the way to install it, the instructions are given on page 3 of the written instructions, and I've got separate videos that show how to do that.